So if you want to know how I made almost $30,000 in the past couple of months from YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, even Amazon and Apple and iTunes, then go watch all my videos, but also stick around for this video. What's up, guys? Jesse here with AI Music Money. I'm going to lay out this plan very simply for you, and then we're going to go back and show you some stuff. So it's very simple. Niche selection all the way to mass distribution. Step one, you're going to select your niche. And, you're going to, how are you going to do this? You're going to do some keyword research. I use vidIQ. Some free tools some people use is like Google Trends, I believe is free. And then maybe Keywords Anywhere might still have some free stuff you can use. And, but I use vidIQ for this. It's been working well for me. You want to get your search terms. Some of the things that you've watched me use: Viking music, Russian rap, blues music, stuff I've been looking at. Synthwave was another one I was looking at. Had a whole bunch of views, but haven't really confirmed that niche, right? But pick one niche, ensure it has search demand, evergreen listening, right? Make sure it's not just Christmas music. I only did Christmas music. I only did Easter music, right? That would be an example of the opposite of evergreen. Generally, most music's going to be evergreen if it's re-listenable, but you want it to be repeatable, right? Chase what repeats. Your goal here is to get streams, repeat customers that want to come back and listen to your music, because if nobody comes back and listens, you're not going to get paid, right? You're not getting restreams. And fortunately, Suno makes everything repeatable, right? We'll come back and show you some examples of that. Step 2 and 3, you're going to define and then test your sounds. You're going to use ChatGPT to go make your prompts, and then come over here and put your prompt into Suno AI and have it make you a few songs. Don't even worry about the lyrics, right? Just have that prompt set your style, your genre, and your tone, and then save them, right? Make them a little playlist so you can set it later to, set as inspiration on Suno. Step 4, your hooks, titles, and choruses. Once again, you're going to use ChatGPT for this. After you define your prompts and you get them set and you decide what you want, the sound you want to stick with, essentially, right? That you're going to imitate for the rest of your album or your rest of your songs. Then you're going to go right back to ChatGPT. You're going to ask it, give me, X amount, 10, 20, 30 short, catchy titles with choruses, simple, easy to remember, under 200 characters, because that's what fits in a Suno prompt. But if you do the one method, it can be pretty large too. But if you go in and have it write the song for you, it's only 200 max character prompt. And then you're going to copy those, right? We're not making masterpieces. We're making easy, catchy, rhymable, easy to remember hooks. So no matter what genre of music it's in, it is repeatable, right? It's kind of catchy. It's going to rhyme. People like things that rhyme. We like rhythmic patterns. So step 5 and 6 is your production and workflow. It's simple. You're going to get your chorus and lyrics, generate your full song, take it into the editor if you want. You want to add some cymbals and hi-hats and sounds. It's got the editor for that. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm not big on that. I'll regenerate it if I don't like how it sounds, and I'll do 2 more songs until I like what I hear, and then I'll download that, right? We're building catalogs. I don't recommend doing singles. You can, but in the time it takes you to do a single, you can do 10 songs. And the way I look at it, and from what I've noticed on, and not that I've done singles, but I got a couple $1,000s in Spotify sales. So, or in iTunes sales. So this, in my mind, having more tracks entices them to buy your entire album instead of just 1 or 2 individual songs. So they'll buy that, they're going to say 99 cents for one download or $4.99 for the entire album, right? In my mind, it gives them that option. So I like having that there. But, 2, 3 albums a week. Don't overdo it per artist. 2 to 3 albums per week, 10 to 20 songs per track. You can go up to 35 if you want. I've blasted them out there. I have no repercussions from blasting albums out, but I'm not recommending it. It's also a hard pace to keep if you have a full-time job and a family. And do not chase perfection. You just want it to be good enough. As long as it's not messed up, there's no weird sounds in there, your lyrics aren't chopped up, and it sounds good, then you can enjoy listening to it more than once without having an issue. It's probably good enough, right? Good enough scales, perfect doesn't. What they say is that perfection is the enemy of progress, and we're here to make progress. Step 7 and 8. This is your distribution, right? We're uploading. DistroKid uploads to all platforms. DistroKid uploads to all these platforms, like 24 platforms. Spotify and YouTube Music. Well, YouTube Music is the number one, hands down, person that's paid me the most money. You have to do your official artist channel to be able to view those metrics, and you need to be able to double down on the songs that are working. Go back and find which songs are getting the most views, and then you set those as inspiration in Suno, and you make more songs to sound like that. If it has the same little beats and hi-hat in there, maybe it's going to use it in another song. Now it sounds similar, and hopefully you get some similar traction, right? Similar audience. You're looking at like 90 days to really tell whether you kind of get a good tell whether you start to get some traction or not. But I'm telling you right now, people have got views in 5 days. They're getting 100, 200 views, and this stuff's instantly monetized. And though some genres and songs and languages are just going to get more views than others, that's just the nature of the beast. But I think that, no matter what, right now, unless they change something, everybody should be able to be successful at this. Just why pure compound interest, just the math, put in the work and do, and but and don't upload to Roblox. They support the Preds. I'm not into that. But volume wins, time wins, consistency wins, right? But expect, 90 days, maybe your niche isn't working. I have 8 artists. I'm only pumping 3 to 4 of them right now because 2 or 3 of them haven't shown a lot of traction. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to put stuff on them. When I've pumped an album into every artist in one day, and I'm like, okay, now we're down at the bottom, 7 or, the 7th or 8th person that I'm not necessarily wanting to pump albums on, I'll drop an album on it. But to be fair, everything's getting views, so it's not a waste of time. It's more like the length of time it takes to get a return on your time investment, or the total value of your time investment for making a track or a song, right? But I digress. And that's simple. DistroKid uploads it to everything. It's instantly monetized. You don't have to worry about the YouTube partner program. That's the beauty of this. And it's monetized on all the platforms, right? So people will go pay 99 cents, 89 cents to download a song. The last thing you're going to need is the mindset. You have to have the right mindset for this formula. You're training the system. You're not failing. You're learning what doesn't work. Every upload is essentially a lottery ticket. I'm going to show you my views here in a second. I had a couple songs go viral, and they paid $1,000 a song, right? So far, and it's going to be more, even more than that, $2,000 a song for one almost. And you let that sink in. When you have the opportunity to make a song that could potentially make you $1,000 or $2,000, you're going to be making a whole bunch of songs. And you're going to try to make them all like that, and then that's what you double down on, right? Most of your early songs aren't going to make anything. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody's listening. But you can see that people start listening off the rip. You're going to instantly get some streams. People will listen. But if nobody listens, if it's not propagated to the right people, then no one's going to click on it. And that's where the search engine optimization comes in. You're getting your music to the right people. That's the big deal. It gives you the best chance at getting your song to the people that want to actually hear the music, so they'll restream it. Your winning formula is simple. It's volume, time, and consistency. That equals your success here. Now, let's go look at the credibility check, right? So if you want to know how I made almost $30,000 in the past couple of months, YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, even Amazon and Apple and iTunes, then go watch all my videos, but also stick around for this video. And just a little credibility check, not bragging. And if you want to know how I got all these streams, if you want to know how I got 8.5 million streams on YouTube, it paid me most of that money. If you want to know how I have over 9 million streams between all my artists. If you want to know how I got over 9 million streams on Spotify, haven't even got paid for all those yet. Just got my first real Spotify paycheck. You want to know how I made all this money? Watch this video. Go binge watch all my videos. Ask questions. If you want help directly from me, if you want faster responses, join the school community. And so if you want to know how, I've got almost 9 million streams on my main artist. I got more than that. I got over 9 million streams on Spotify with all my artists. We're like 9.2 total. But I don't know how to show you that without revealing sensitive data. But you can see if I click on streams here, scroll down, we're getting 80,000, 90,000, 100,000 streams a day on Spotify right now. My main artist, one artist. But we have 1,500 songs uploaded, man. So don't think that like, oh, I can just upload a couple songs. We got almost 2,000 songs uploaded to this artist now, just to clarify. And that's how I got all these playlist ads and streams. No ads, zero advertising. I've been asked several times, like, dude, I run zero ads. I don't even know how to run ads, right? I could click on it and show you, but I don't know how to run them. And the same thing, here's the top artist on YouTube, right? And I got it set up so that you can see just where it's coming from so it doesn't give away any data. But you can see playlists are a good portion of my data. That's a portion of my streams. Those are albums. Those are titles, right? So here's a couple songs that went viral at Christmas and Christmas Day. 150,000 streams in a day on this channel because I had a couple songs going viral. 200,000, 130,000 streams, 160,000 streams, and now we're back down here. Now, do I know why? No, I don't know why we're going back down, but we did, and it's because we had songs going viral. So, this is totally doable. Are you going to be able to replicate exactly what I did? No, this is what I did. But I've showed you everything, right? So you watched me work on Russian raps. I dropped another album while you guys were away, and it's got a few streams. The first one's got 157 streams. But our total audience for Russian raps, we have 170 streams and some saves and 2 playlist ads and some followers. And to be fair, one of those playlist ads is probably me listening. But we got our total streams here, and we're just now pumping up. And we've only got 2 albums dropped, so I'm hopeful there. But what's really cool is that we've started to get you watched our other video where we claimed our official artist channel. Now, and we had our video doing well, but now we can see our releases here on our channel because it has now been claimed, and we can check out our music. So we now have access to our lyrics and to our statistics, our analytics. Thank you. And you can hear my music now. But it's still a topic channel, kind of, but it's just now starting to grab it. But you can see, let me scroll up for you, how I do my titles, right? Even though it is in Russian. Title, keyword, right? Very simple. Very simple. Comments are turned off because it hasn't finished merging. It's still in the process of merging, but the first thing you'll notice is your analytics will blank out, right? And they'll start to mess with you. And so, boom, I just went to the back end of it so we can look at our analytics, and then it's telling me welcome to studio.
The new YouTube analytics for artists.
Welcome. See, they're merging our accounts. Let's get started. It's going to walk us through it. This is for Russian raps. You see the video's doing pretty well, and it's got some stream hours on that. And if you remember, I was excited about it because we are already at 244 public watch hours out of the 3,000. That's 3,080 there. We need 4,000 to run ads. But YouTube Partner Program is not the goal, but it is an indication that they want to listen to the music. And I believe our analytics are, see if we get our analytics back. They blanked out. Yeah, see, they're kind of blanked out right now as they're merging our accounts. You'll lose your analytics for a day, right? So when you make your account, don't freak out when you lose your analytics. I don't know when they'll come back, a day or two, but then it's going to merge our official artist channel with our regular channel, right? So just food for thought. Keep that in mind. And let me know if y'all have any questions. But look, it's got 65 likes, 2.7K watch hours. And if y'all want to do a Russian rap channel, go ahead. There's plenty of views out there. That's why I'm showing this to you, so y'all guys can emulate and imitate, right? But some people are liking this stuff. Some of these are undoubtedly my subscribers for sure. I made this all in CapCut. I'll do a video about that later for you guys. But I'm not big on the videos, right? Remember, it's all about our It's all about our releases. So when we go to content in the back now, we should have our releases right here. And boom, here we are. View details of the releases, right? And this is the in the back end of your YouTube analytics. But and we can go check it out, right? Go to watch our YouTube music link. So this is one of the songs we upload to DistroKid. This is what they'll look like. Be up here on YouTube music, look at 29, 39, 11. I don't know why that came through as explicit, but it did, right? Getting some listens, 83 plays, right? And these are all instantly monetized. You don't have to join the YouTube Partner Program. I repeat, instantly monetized, right? So if you wanted to instantly start making money to help you motivate, I made my first dollar online. Like, this is going to be where you're at right now. This is the shot, and it's what gets me really excited about all this. If you want to see, we go to the regular YouTube link. So you'll see, and you can see every song's going to have a static image and make a video like this out of it when you upload your album through DistroKid. It'll pop up something like this, right? And it'll just be the static image. You can also still go add your own image, right? Смотри под ноги, там, где я знаю, что but so if you want to know how I do this, stick around. I'm going to show you everything right now. We're going to go make a quick Russian Raps album. So the three tools that you really are going to need are vidIQ, ChatGPT, and Suno AI. Quick keyword rundown, right? Go to your vidIQ. This is vidIQ background. This is where I do keyword research or search term research. Those are the same thing. Keywords and search terms are the same thing. Every platform, every website that's at Spotify to Apple Music to YouTube Music, every platform that holds any amount of data uses some form of keywords or search terms or tags to organize their data. And they also use it to propagate their data in their algorithms. I'm not the guy to tell you all this any more than that, but I understand how it works. And this is how you ensure that your music gets categorized in the right spot. Because more importantly than anything is that your music gets heard by the right people. You don't want it to be heard by someone that doesn't want to hear it. They're not going to listen, and it will not propagate your music to them again. And if enough people just say they don't want to listen, they're going to decide that nobody likes your music. So your best bet of getting in front of the right people is search terms. So you can just start with music and scroll down and look for something good. Lo-fi looks good, but it's really not that good. So we'll type in music and we'll go to competition and we're going to sort it by low. We'll go to, you got all these very low words down here. We can use war music, suspense music. A lot of these are nice. Romantic music, if you wanted to do something like that. But it's pretty simple. You could put this at the end of your song. You can use this to name your person, the romantic music man, and you only make like wedding music and funny wedding music and hysterious wedding music, and like you could search around that term. You do country music, sad music, But once you get, looks like I went back too far. Once you get too high or the statistics are too skewed, you still got to make the objective decision to decide whether it's too much work. It's not that things are going to be too saturated. It's that because it's too saturated, you'll have to make X amount of songs to really start to see traffic. So, I recommend staying away from the lo-fi music. But if you're going to go in, you got to build a brand, right? If you want to do something in a niche like that, like lo-fi Mozart is mine. I still plan on making more lo-fi music and still building the lo-fi Mozart brand because I still think there's room in there. But I'm not getting a lot of views yet, but I will. You see things like music for work. It's low. That's pretty broad. That'd be good to put in your YouTube video. Not great for your albums, right? Not necessarily great, but can't really go wrong. But it's not necessarily helping to get to a genre, right? I like having the genre in some of my stuff. Like if you did soul music, they're pretty much going to know that it's kind of like got that R&B vibe. But you could do think soul music could be a good one. I think they're popping off. Love music, right? Who knows what that's going to fall into? But if you were doing, I would put good for music videos, but not necessarily good to name your album unless you were going to say like country love music, right? You would want to mix that with your genre. I don't mind adding three words to the ends of my songs and albums. But dark fantasy music, that's a good word. I like that one. You know, blues music, that's popping, but there's so many blues music channels out there right now. Everybody's doing it. And with the soul, too, because Joe Rogan had it on his podcast. So everybody's doing the soul music now and the covers. And, you know, don't upload cover music to DistroKid. Don't do that without it. You got to have a license. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying I don't know how to do it. I don't recommend it. And that's not what we're doing here. But that's just a quick overview, right? You can use these and you kind of got to like you want to use the music to narrow it down. Like I don't just put fantasy music in your mind. It says Viking fantasy music. But when you click on that word, you can also see your related keywords, right? And get that in there. What is it? Is it fantasy music? What isn't this? And you can get to your other search terms, right? So that's enough of that. You saw how I set up Russian raps. I said I need prompts to set my style, so it gave me like Russian rap styles. I use, if you want to know exactly the prompts, you can go watch the other video. But I just said I need prompts for Suno AI to set style for dark Russian rap trap with Gregorian chanting. I think it's super good. The music's in another language I don't understand, so I don't listen to it as much. And it's like lo-fi or work music because I can zone out to it without paying too much attention, right? So that's why I'm already a fan of Bulgarian rap music, listening to the like haram trap music, and there's all kinds of stuff like that out there. I like dubstep mashups. I love listening to dubstep music, right? So it's kind of what this stuff, it's all the same vibe to me, right? Evokes the same emotion. So I use this to set my style in Suno and put that in here. And so we'll go over and we're going to just do the simple. You can do custom and set your style here. And you can see I was working on Velvala last time, and you could just set your style here, right? And we're not even going to add inspo songs because we don't have anything. And you can work your songs here, but we're not going to do that because it's in Russian and I don't speak very good Russian. But we are going to be on simple, paste that in, and that's going to leave us room at the top because on simple you get a way bigger prompt. I don't know what the character count is. I should remember. I will eventually when I count it one day. But now I'm going to ask it to give me 40 more songs. Now this is the same chat I've been using to do the first two albums. I'm just using the same one so that way it remembers the titles, right? And I actually have it set up as a project in ChatGPT. All right, so I'm going to say give me 40 titles. I'm going to say 40 more because I already have plenty more titles and choruses that are extra gangster and still relevant in today's pop culture. And 40 more Russian trap rap titles and choruses. Boom. And that way it's going to. And you can see where we made our last album covers, made those on video for you. Go check out my other videos, like I said. And boom, here we go. Now we're getting started, right? We have a title with a chorus. Oh, and I forgot. I always want to say, ensure that we only use completely new and novel titles and choruses. Make sure to spell that right. And even if you spell stuff wrong, don't trip out, right? You don't know how to spell a word. It knows what you mean. You can ask it too to spell it for you. You can ask it to do whatever you want. That's kind of the coolest thing about ChatGPT and the other AI LLM models is they'll teach you whatever you need to know to be successful at almost anything. Boom. So here we are. and we're going to do our first songs. And so now, once I get started with this, I'm actually going to click here and pull this off screen so that you don't have to see me copy this a million times. But we're just going to paste it in there. And then I'm going to click generate. We're going to do the next song. We get a couple of these. And what's really also cool about this project is it's not going to take a tremendous amount of work to get this popping, it seems. So maybe it's super beneficial that I was only doing this as a test channel for you guys. But if one of you guys, even if you speak Russian, if one of you takes and puts a lot of time into this, you put the more effort into what I'm showing you here, you'll be and or not you'll have a better chance at success, right? Because nothing is guaranteed ever in life. This can go away at any moment. And at first, I would say even we're trying to get as much out there as we can so we can find out what works so we can double down on it. All right, so we've done too many, so it tells you to give you a warning, boom. But also why I pay for premium, why I pay for the expensive plan, so I can generate as many songs as I want. And now I got to wait for these to generate before I can do more. Well, while we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and make it. I need three. I need album cover concepts. Yeah, we'll use that one. It should start making that. Nice. Oh, here we go. Make an image of, and paste in our prompt. All right. And now we'll pull that off screen over in the other screen so I can get back to work pasting song titles. I think that some of the biggest opportunities are going to be foreign languages and dead languages personally. So you get about 15, 20 songs. And you can do this part pretty fast because if you don't like what you hear, you just regenerate that song and carry on listening. Right? That's the process there. All right, so we're here. Got our 10 songs. I'm gonna refresh it, make sure we get all our songs. Using our Suno helper tool, I'm going to download all these bad dads. While that's downloading, I'm going to work on pulling in. Boom. We'll work on our picture, work on our album cover. I think we'll go with this one. I like that. And we will open up Canva now and bring that in. Download that. Open it up. Well, replace. You know how I like to edit. Add some nostalgic to that. Train. Antique. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Now let's go to autofocus. Blur that out a little bit. Make that dark figure pop a little more. Not that much. There we go, just a little bit. Like that. Perfect. 3000 by 3000 PNG download. All right, so we're back at the DistroKid helper. And we're going to select get our meta.json. We're going to put Russian raps. That's our name. I probably could have done better. You see about the extent of my creativity. Russian Mafia rap, this keyword we're targeting. Title, tag. Make sure you put your name. Make sure you don't misspell the artist name, or it will create you a new artist when you upload it. Autofill. Applying metadata. Saves me a bunch of time here. There's even someone in the school community that has auto upload software. Boom, 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 boom. See, look, it even knows we're already in YouTube Music. As you saw, we got our channel. We'll just go ahead and release that today. $5.99. See, 10 albums. $5.99 is a steal. Pop and rap. Album cover. Boom. And now we'll just drag our songs in. And that's how it's done. It's about that simple. Start, you get down, get your music done, get it uploaded, then try to get paid. So remember, got the school community going. If you want questions answered, if you want a whole bunch of questions answered, you want some in-depth stuff, come over there and find out. I'm doing my best to keep up with all the questions here on YouTube, but school has a priority. We got the software in there to help us download and upload music. You saw how fast, you saw how much time it saved. So that's super cool. And then we got people in there helping each other out, people building their own custom software. And I mean, that's too cool. And super. And thank you to everybody in the school community. Really motivates me to keep making these videos and keep sharing my process and what I'm doing. And thank you everyone for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff if you have any questions. It's that simple. Use ChatGPT to help you out. Use whatever language model you want, and get it knocked out. And you can even ask the LLM questions too, right? Don't forget that. That's the best tool that you have to ask and answer questions, and that's where I learned a lot of things from myself. So, yeah, I'm gonna get to editing.